My friends, buongiorno. Everybody talks about generative AI and how AI tools can now create ideas without having an actual human being in the process. Let me tell you how I see it. I think it's important to clarify the difference between simply generating images on one hand and developing functional designs that serve a specific story on the other. To illustrate that, I'll use my experience working as a designer on the acclaimed TV series Shogun, along with a great VFX supervisor and a consummate visual effects team. Shogun has been praised for its meticulous historical accuracy, and rightly so. I usually get asked to work on these shows to help making the world feel authentic and convincing. On Shogun, this was taken to the absolute next level. The attention to historical veracity and details is outstanding. Let me give you a few examples. A big section of Shogun's story takes place in Osaka Castle, and its main tower, or Tenshu, is probably the most iconic architecture in the show. When I started on the tower's design, the first thing I did was to look at the actual tower as it stands today in Osaka. I immediately loved that green pattern on the roofs. And yet, even small details like that had to be carefully scrutinized before integrating them in the final design for the show. The original tower, in fact, was rebuilt in 1931, and the new tiles were made out of copper, which of course oxidizes, becoming green over time. However, the original tower had clay tiles with golden leaves on the edges. So at the time of the show, no green patina would have been visible, but instead you would have seen a beautiful gleaming glow visible from miles away. All this work has eventually led me to produce many carefully crafted and highly detailed photoreal images that have served as a guideline for the amazing VFX team when crafting the final shots. Look at this shot of Toranaga's while he's approaching the gate. While creating the concept, a lot of time was spent finessing the composition of the shot and the scale of the elements. By a clever use of perspective and lighting, we are making Toranaga's figure feel small while the battlements in the background feel towering and domineering. Look at this one, where Mariko and Blackthorn are living the castle. The attention to detail went all the way down to the silhouette of the mountains in the background, which are the same you would see today in Osaka by standing in that very position and looking east. As you can see, my friends, today my job as a designer is not just about creating alluring images, but it's about studying, researching, delving into a subject and mastering all the subtle nuances and the elusive complexities of a very specific story. To use the wording of Rooster in Top Gun Maverick, it's not the image, man, it's the design. Based on my experience using AI tools, this is something that today's large language models very much struggle with. Working as a designer on Shogun has been an unforgettable experience, and well, the final result is breathtaking. Watch Shogun if you haven't watched it yet. I see you next time. Ciao. Wait. Sayonara.